What's this? 6 minus 7s? 12 divided by 2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? As soon as I saw this paper, I knew this would cut this. I saw the date. I saw the date. Ah! Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief. Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do it. Alright, so let's challenge the press that. That's new, something new. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. Ooh. Are we getting like some Oxford murder type thing? Where it's like the perfect crime isn't one that's never solved, it's one that's solved incorrectly? Ooh, maybe that's what's going on. Revenge for the detectives who solved the case incorrectly. Oh, maybe that's where we're going. I don't know, I'm guessing. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. Let's press these other things as well. Maybe something will come up. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eye there, righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? That's terrible logic. No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Guess this is the next one. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing, and one thing only. Well, we know the victim died around 5:15. I'm going to save. I'm going to save because I'm terrified I'm going to pick the wrong option. It might be that there isn't a wrong option, and we're going to get the information another time. Victim was found. We know it was in the police department, and we know the victim died at 5:15. So we'll try how the victim was killed. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. That's not interesting. I thought you were going to get me some really interesting facts, but alright. A knife? Who would stab someone with a knife? Other than anyone who stabs. That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit, we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. Well, what do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Oh, is he going to give us the other bits of information anyway? Like he died in a car park and it was 5:15. Gonna have to press this a bit harder. Time of the crime. Yeah, but... Okay, so can I press this and will it go back round? Same day, another detective was killed. It's a fact. Well, suspect, you arrested him. Okay, so I could just go through these. Okay, where the victim was found. Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Knife was evidence. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. But... I mean... Oh, so I can now press on this, can I? Is that what that's telling me? Okay, that's not new information, but I can press on this one. Chief. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. Hasn't been announced yet, and all. Well, it kind of has. Because I'm assuming this is a public trial. So you've announced it. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department. Okay. Okay, well, we'll press on that one next. This one. See if he says anything. Well, cooperate then. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well. Guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victims... Ooh. ID number. Well, that will tell us who it is. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... 5842189. Do I know that person? Hang on. That's the name. That's the number for the person who died at the prosecutor's place. What? Sergeant Bruce Goodman, 5842189. No, you're distracting me. 5842189. Shut up. 5842189. Yeah. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. Drives me nuts. 8, 2... I can't do it. Didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. 584-2189. This tells me something. I don't know what, but it tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? Has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? Yeah, it's the ID card found at the prosecutor's office.
Take that!
Witness. Everyone's paused. Okay. What is it, Mr. Wright? I said witness, not judge. You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news. Thank you, Edgeworth. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Oh, music. The police department, prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered, at one time. With the same number. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal ID is top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82... I've forgotten. Didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, right? Oh, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. Don't go stealing our victim now. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room, at the exact same time. That's impossible! So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, but in a different location, because a person being killed at the same time as himself is axiomatic. And in a completely different location. There we go. There we go. I just hadn't advanced it. This guy wears gloves. This witness wears gloves. Order. No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Oh no. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Blink. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. That's news to me. Would be useful for the defense. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does that mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No. Oh. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, just give me one more day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'm sure we can find some just in this Let's Play. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. To be continued. And I'm going to put the curtain here, because, as I said, I was starting it really late. And I managed to keep things relatively sane, and I'd like to kind of stick with that. But I do also know that this is kind of a long case. I did look up lengths, and this is, I think, the longest of all 5 cases by quite a way. Probably because you've got these extra little bits for the trial. So yes, we're going to stop here, and then next time, I assume, will be some investigation. But we'll see. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.